Hey guys, how you doing? Nick from Piece of Ship Fishing. I just had a video out this weekend of me crappie fishing in the river, and this is just a quick video to give you guys an idea of what I was. I know it's hard to see in the videos sometimes, and I'm in a rush and I get excited when I get a fish on, so I might not do the best job of showing you the technique and what we're doing. And the baits that we're using. So the baits vary. I'll show you what worked this weekend, and I'll show you what's worked in the past as well. But simple. You do not have to have anything expensive. In fact, I don't like to have any real expensive like terminal gear, anything, or poles, rods, anything. Just because the river and where I'm at, everything takes a beating. You're dealing with a lot of snags. I broke a lot of rods, not even with fish, just getting into snags and stuff, and then trying to work them out and stuff. You lose a lot of bait, you lose a lot of tackle, period. So I always try to keep it cheap and use cheap equipment when I go out there. This is just a crappie max rod. I believe it's an ultralight. Trying to read it. I got so many scales on here. Yeah, so it's yeah, it's an ultralight. And then I got a Fluger Tryon, and I swear by these. And actually, even for my bigger like walleye and pike poles, I'm using Flugers as well. I love them. They're smooth. I don't have a lot of problems with them, and they honestly they can take a beating, and you're not breaking the budget with it either. So that's what I'm using. And lure wise, the jig head never changes except for color. It's the only thing that I've really had good luck with out on the river. And I'm sure there's other stuff out there, but it is a Roadrunner. All sizes, all colors, I use them all. This one happens to be the bigger one, and it has the red hook. This little spinner here is really, I think, what helps, especially when the water clarity isn't that good. And this will attract the attention. It also gets bass with that blade on there. But I have all different kinds of. I got the white heads. I go smaller sizes. It just depends on what they want that day, and it might change in the middle of the day. But so the baits, soft plastics that I'm using. The ones from this weekend that worked very well were these Jenko soft plastics, and that color there, and this color here, and even this one here were very good. Now, the last time I was out, I did really good with Slab Society's. I can't remember what this one's called, but this one is. It's like a tadpole, clear. I did well on that. Paired up with a Roadrunner, and I've had a couple bites on this, and I lost the fish due to my hook being bent. But yeah, I got everything from bonehead plastics, the tadpoles, the stump bugs, but really the Jenko this year, Jenko, and the Slab Society have been two really good baits. And then my all else fails go-to are these crappie thunders, and then the Slabalicious. So the thunders, the crappie thunders look like this. I think Strike King makes something similar too. The colors that really work for these are white and chartreuse, or pink and chartreuse. Here's another one. That one's a little old, been beat up a little bit, but that's the color that seems to work with the Roadrunners. And then the Slabalicious, same thing. As far as colors go, they vary a little bit here, but the tail on these add a ton of action on your jig. And then all this other stuff. Like I said, I've experimented, but the ones that I showed you just now are the ones that I've had the best luck on. And as far as technique, really, I'm just looking, because I'm using my older boat, one that I can beat up a little bit. We don't take the big boat out there. It gets shallow in certain spots and stuff. But what I'm looking for is brush piles, down timber. And usually if it's a fresh down timber, you're going to have branches off of it and stuff. And that happened to be what I found on Saturday, was a big tree down and then some branches off of it. And it might be 4 feet deep, or it might fall into a hole. They like the holes where it's like 6, 8 feet deep, but you're close to the bank, and there is no casting. You'll see it. I'll show a few clips here in the video of what I was doing, but basically, you know, I'm letting out, you know, anywhere from, I usually try to start around about right here. I'd say about 3 feet, and I don't cast. I just let it out around the stump piles. It's basically sight fishing, and I'm moving it to the left, bounce, 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 go over to the right, bounce, 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 and then you're just waiting for that little tap. Sometimes, most of the time, they set the hook themselves. I mean, I'll just pull up a little bit. Every once in a while, you'll get one that's finicky and it's just a real light bite, and then you got to set the hook. But that's really all there is to it. I'm not casting. You know, it's sight fishing, and I'm just plucking them out of the sticks, basically. And you know, the river tends to be muddy, so I think that is why, you know, the chartreuse and like white, hot pink, all that stuff works the best, because no matter what, even on a clear day, it was clear for me. It was clear Saturday, and it's still like, it's still hard to see in it, you know. I mean, I can see my brush piles, but I'm going blind out there when I don't have a fish finder on that boat. I've been doing that style on that river for a long time, you know, so I kind of have an idea what I don't really necessarily need the fish finder. Do I think it would help me? Absolutely. So by all means, you know, use your fish finder if you have it. But you know, if you're out on the river and it's fall, I think that the later bite is good. Mid-afternoon, closer to the evening maybe, is a better bite so far. I think we're going to try to go out this week and hit it in the morning, and we're going to see how we do. We might do better. If we do better, then, you know, obviously it might be a better time of the day to go is in the morning. I don't know yet. Fall fishing on the river isn't something that I've done a lot of. I usually do this same exact style, same exact bait, same exact technique in the summer too, and they bite real good in the summer. I mean, it could be 100 and some degrees out and they're still gonna bite. So I hope this was helpful. You know, I know that, you know, we don't always do a good job of showing exactly what we're doing, like when we're trolling either. So I'm hoping to put out a video of when we're trolling for the crappies, what bait's, giving you a close-up of what we use, and you know, the setup for the trolling. I know it can be kind of confusing or seem intimidating, but it's really not. It's super easy. It's actually a pretty relaxed way of fishing for crappie. But this is my favorite. I'll show some clips of the video from this past weekend, and if you guys get a chance, check out the video. It's the newest one on there after this one. So check it out. Like, subscribe, you know, help us out. We appreciate the support. So until the next trip Tuesday, I will see you then. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Another one. Nice one. Alright guys, so the Jenko is working. Now